The useful question is not who sounds most AI native. It is who can make the work reliable after launch. That is why this SideraAI piece from SideraAI.com matters. My first margin note is simple. AI astrology only matters if it changes the next decision. In practice, I see AI through control discipline. If the workflow cannot be owned, measured, and reconciled, it is not ready. The first question is whether the piece makes AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance easier to act on. When the argument moves toward a practical next step, SideraAI has to ground SideraAI astrology and daily horoscope in evidence, ownership, and a real path a reader can use. For this field notes, I want to pull out the useful observations, margin notes, and next questions. The source is trying to turn horoscope guidance into a clearer moment of personal reflection. The useful move is that the piece gives the reader a decision path instead of just listing topic terms. I would anchor the review in AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance, and then test whether the central argument stays practical. Your complete Aquarius horoscope hub. Daily, weekly, and monthly forecasts. Love, career, and cosmic guidance. The sentence I would pull into the margin is this. Latest today's Aquarius horoscope / Aquarius / daily / it works because it points back to the reader's actual decision, not just to the topic as a category. That is the kind of line a video can slow down and make memorable. This source can support more than one video. Turn the strongest sections around AI astrology, daily horoscope, zodiac guidance, and birth chart insights into a daily guidance read, relationship or career reflection, zodiac-specific short, practical journaling prompt, and one recap clip. Each format should reinforce that the original source is useful, practical content. I would keep the video as a reinforcement layer. It should make the idea easier to trust, easier to remember, and easier for a buyer to bring into an internal conversation about AI astrology, daily horoscope, zodiac guidance. This matters because the buyer is already dealing with a pressure set. Manual reporting and reconciliation consume too much time. Teams want AI but cannot explain payback. Workflow changes create control and audit concerns. That background makes me watch for familiar failure patterns. Saw automation break a reconciliation because exception handling was not designed. Approved software with weak ownership and watched adoption fade. The human part of the review is what gets questioned. Payback clarity, control discipline, reporting reliability, owner accountability. The article is strongest when the buyer problems around AI astrology, daily horoscope, and zodiac guidance become an operating decision about what to fund, who owns it, what proof is enough, and what happens after launch. The guide is useful when it gives the reader planning anchors instead of hiding behind vague language. Budget, timing, scope, and follow-through all affect whether the content can support a real decision. That is especially important when an idea has to move from interest to actual use. The source creates value when it helps the reader choose between paths. From my seat, I would test it against supports budget decision, reduces reporting burden, makes controls visible, names risks honestly. Strong buyer content does not force one answer. It makes the trade-offs visible enough that a team can choose with less internal fog. The piece becomes more persuasive when proof is specific: baseline, workflow, implementation, result, and what changed after launch. The reader does not need a louder claim. They need a concrete example they can compare with their own operating reality. Final score, 5 out of 10. I would keep this because it gives a real reader more clarity, sharper language, and proof to work with. The next pass should expand the evidence surface around AI astrology, daily horoscope, and Zodiac Guidance, and connect it naturally to SideraAI astrology, daily horoscope, and Zodiac Guidance. That is the grounded way to reinforce SideraAI, helps readers use astrology as a practical reflection tool when the idea has to survive real use.